Sardines, a small, oily fish found in oceans across the world and eaten by humans in virtually every coastal culture throughout recorded history. Sardines happen to align almost perfectly with what a cat's body needs. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning their entire nutritional requirement is built around animal protein and animal fat, and sardines deliver both in a form that is immediately usable. The omega-3 fatty acids they contain, EPA and DHA, reduce inflammation throughout the body, support heart muscle function, and help maintain the kind of coat condition that reflects genuine internal health rather than just surface grooming. Sardines also carry vitamin B12, which supports nerve function and energy metabolism, along with coenzyme Q10, which contributes directly to cardiovascular health. Because they are small fish low on the food chain, they accumulate very little mercury. Packed in water with no added salt, 1 or 2 sardines added to a cat's meal a few times a week provides a level of nutritional support that most commercial cat foods do not consistently deliver. Cooked chicken. One of the most universally available protein sources in the world, chicken has formed the foundation of human diets across nearly every culture and climate. For cats, plain cooked chicken offers something straightforward and valuable: high-quality animal protein with a complete amino acid profile, delivered in a form the digestive system processes efficiently. Taurine, an amino acid cats cannot produce on their own and must obtain from food, is present in chicken, particularly in the darker meat. Without adequate taurine, cats develop serious cardiac and vision problems over time, making any reliable dietary source of it genuinely important. Cooked chicken breast or thigh with no seasoning, no garlic, no onion, and no added salt is the safest way to offer it. It works well as a food topper for cats that have become disinterested in their regular meals, and it is gentle enough for cats recovering from illness or digestive upset. Eggs, consumed by humans for thousands of years and considered one of the most nutritionally complete foods in existence, eggs translate that completeness into real benefit for cats when offered correctly. The yolk in particular is rich in fat-soluble vitamins including A, D, and E, along with choline, which supports liver function and cell membrane integrity. Cats process significant amounts of fat through the liver, so anything that helps that organ function efficiently has effects that ripple outward into general health. The protein in egg white is highly digestible and contains a strong amino acid profile. Though raw egg white should be avoided, it contains avidin, which blocks biotin absorption over time. Lightly scrambled or softly cooked egg with no butter, oil, or seasoning is the most practical form to offer. A small amount, a few times a week, adds meaningful nutrition without overwhelming the dietary balance a cat already has from their main food. Pumpkin. Grown across every inhabited continent and used in human cooking for thousands of years, pumpkin is one of the quieter but most reliable additions to a cat's diet for digestive health. Its soluble fiber content feeds beneficial bacteria in the gut, supporting the kind of microbiome balance that influences immune function, mood, and how well the body absorbs nutrients from everything else consumed. For cats dealing with occasional constipation, which is common, particularly in older or indoor cats that do not move as much, the fiber in pumpkin encourages regular, comfortable elimination without the harshness of a laxative. It is also low in calories, making it a useful tool for cats that need more volume in their meals without more energy. Plain canned pumpkin with absolutely no spices or sweeteners added is the right form. Even a teaspoon mixed into wet food a few times a week can make a visible difference in digestive consistency. Bone broth. Made by simmering animal bones and connective tissue in water for many hours, bone broth has been used as a restorative food in virtually every food culture across human history. Its appeal to cats goes beyond nutrition. It addresses one of the most persistent and underappreciated challenges in feline health, which is chronic mild dehydration. Cats evolved in desert environments and inherited a low thirst drive that makes many of them reluctant to drink adequate water from a bowl. Over years, this contributes to kidney stress, concentrated urine, and eventual renal disease, which remains one of the leading causes of death in older cats. Warm bone broth poured over regular food encourages fluid intake in a way that plain water simply cannot. It also delivers collagen, gelatin, and glycine, which support the gut lining, joint cushioning, and liver detoxification. Made without onion, garlic, leeks, or salt, all of which are toxic to cats, it is one of the safest and most broadly beneficial additions any cat owner can make. Cooked salmon. Wild-caught salmon has been a staple food in coastal communities from the Pacific Northwest to Scandinavia for thousands of years, prized for its richness and the way it sustained people through harsh seasons. For cats, the benefit centers on its exceptional omega-3 content and the particular way those fats work in a feline body. Omega-3 fatty acids from salmon reduce systemic inflammation, which underlies everything from skin irritation and joint stiffness to heart disease and cognitive decline. Cats with recurring dandruff, dull coats, or itching that has no obvious allergic trigger often improve noticeably with regular salmon in their diet, as the fat profile directly supports skin barrier function. It must always be cooked before offering to eliminate the risk of parasites. Raw salmon can carry a pathogen particularly dangerous to certain animals. Served plain with no seasoning, a small portion of cooked salmon a few times a week is enough to deliver its benefits consistently. Plain yogurt. Fermented dairy has a long history across Central Asia, the Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent, where it has been consumed for thousands of years, both as food and as a folk remedy for digestive complaints. For cats, the key consideration is that most are lactose intolerant to some degree, meaning regular milk causes digestive upset. Plain yogurt is different because the fermentation process breaks down most of the lactose while producing live cultures of beneficial bacteria. Those bacteria, primarily lactobacillus strains, help maintain gut flora balance, support immune function, and can be particularly useful after a course of antibiotics has disrupted the natural microbial environment of the digestive tract. Full-fat plain yogurt with no flavoring, no sweeteners, and no xylitol is the only appropriate form. A small spoonful a few times a week is sufficient to offer the probiotic benefit without pushing more dairy than a cat's system handles comfortably. Blueberries, small, dark-colored fruits native to North America and consumed by indigenous communities long before European contact. Blueberries carry one of the highest antioxidant concentrations found in any common food. For cats, the relevance of antioxidants grows with age. Oxidative stress, the gradual accumulation of cellular damage caused by free radicals, is one of the underlying drivers of aging, cancer development, and cognitive decline. The anthocyanins in blueberries actively neutralize free radicals and reduce the inflammatory environment that allows chronic disease to take hold over time. Blueberries also contain vitamin C and manganese, which support immune function and bone health respectively. Cats are not naturally drawn to fruit the way some animals are, and many will ignore blueberries entirely, which is fine. They are not a dietary requirement. For cats that do accept them, a few offered as an occasional treat provide a real antioxidant contribution that complements everything else in their diet.